Well, did the mystery finally get revealed, and do we know why the Batman 2 is, well, moving ahead so slowly? Well, we got an interesting update surrounding the character of Clayface, and how this recent film that's being developed might have derailed the Batman sequel. Let's take a couple minutes to break down all the details, talk about what's going on, and how there might already be some creative conflict at DC Studios. Well, as many of you know, a couple months ago, we found out DC was making a project nobody was expecting, and that would be Clayface. Now, we found out almost immediately the script was going to be written by Mike Flanagan, and now we know it will be directed by Speak No Evil's James Watkins. Additionally, James Gunn has confirmed that Clayface will indeed be part of the DCU. But a recent report kind of revealed that the original plan was to introduce him in Matt Reeves' Batverse as part of the upcoming film. Now, if you remember correctly, many trades were noting early on that Clayface would have a significant role in the Batman sequel. But all of this came our way prior to the solo movie announcement, and now Batman on Films' Bill Ramey believes the character was indeed set to be the primary antagonist in the Reeves sequel. Now, obviously, the more fantastical version of Clayface really doesn't fit in the Matt Reeves universe, but the original version of the character, Basil Karlo, was not a shapeshifter, and given the rather murderous mystery tale we got in the first movie, well, this version of Clayface would have fit very nicely inside of Matt Reeves' sequel, and this might be why things are moving so slowly. If Matt Reeves was already well into creating the script for the upcoming Batman sequel, and then James Gunn decided to go this other direction, well, you know, it probably created some behind-the-scenes drama. It would definitely set him back weeks or months on the script. And honestly, I fully believe this is probably exactly why this movie keeps getting pushed back. Matt Reeves does not move fast on his writing. It's really good, but it takes time. And honestly, if Gunn changed the plan on him midstream, I think this could be a major problem. I have been worrying a little bit that this Batman sequel, well, could honestly get scrapped or sort of pushed to the side. And if these kind of things are going on behind the scenes, well, that's not a good sign for all parties involved. If Reeves was well into his work and Gunn pulled the rug out from under him, well, you don't even have to be a creative to understand how that could be frustrating. And putting Matt Reeves back to square one, having to redevelop the whole film would definitely slow down the process. Now at this point, we still have no idea who Robert Pattinson's Dark Knight is going to go up against in the Batman 2, but many people seem to think Barry Keoghan's Joker is going to be part of it in some capacity. I honestly think the Court of Owls is going to be part of this, but if Reeves is planning a trilogy of films, I think the court will close it out, and he's probably going to focus on some classic Batman villains, but these will lean into the more realistic and not the fantastical. Basil Karlo would have been a great example of one of these villains, but Batman has such a huge laundry list of characters to pick from, well, I don't think Reeves really has to limit himself, and many of those early characters were street-level criminals who were murderers and thieves, so he has a lot to choose from that would fit well into his version of Gotham. He's also not against reimagining characters. We saw what he did with the Riddler, so whatever Reeves kind of concocts for the film, assuming it happens, well, I feel pretty confident he can replace Clayface in whatever capacity he needs. We're obviously following the Batman 2 pretty closely. I think this is a really interesting story because it does suggest some behind-the-scenes drama, and if we get any more sense of that, we're going to bring it to you right away. Now before you take off though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily videos and we want to be your place for all the Marvel and DC news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you're really in the know.